I quit that job, and a few years later, I'm in a different part of the country doing a totally different type of work. It's currently 6 a.m. in Baltimore, and it's about 30 degrees outside. Got a long day of work ahead of us. This is the first day on the pool, so we've got a lot of days, a lot of long days ahead of us. And as I was sitting here, that video came across my timeline. I made that video. That is a video that I made for Coca-Cola when I worked for them. I was actually lucky enough that my bosses trusted me enough with a camera to make a documentary, a tribute to the place we all worked, because I really genuinely believed in what I did for a living and I loved it. The internet recently created another meme with Gail Lewis, the associate who signed off after working there for 10 years. And people, equated it to, service in the military, and they had taps playing and the American flag. And I've seen memes and I've laughed at them. I'm just like everybody else. I thought it was funny, and I'm pretty sure she thought it was funny too, if I had to guess. I don't know for certain. But a lot of people also make fun of that, made fun of the fact that she was actually upset and crying in the video because she actually loved doing what she did for a living. And a lot of people can't wrap their minds around that. I seen it in the comments. I seen people saying, I've never cried leaving a job, and that's understandable. I've had jobs before I couldn't wait to leave that son of a gun. But I've also had jobs that it hurt my soul to leave because I actually made a family there, and I actually did like and enjoyed what I did for a living. And it wasn't easy to leave companies like Coca-Cola. It wasn't. I still have friends that work there today. I still consider them family. Every time I see them, I shake their hand and they ask me how I'm doing. And, of course, they always begging me to come back or want me to come back. And the reality of it is that's just not going to be a possibility in my life, considering the things that the company I work for does for me now. When I made that video, I meant every word that I said. I never have looked back one time after making that video, after leaving, saying I wish I wouldn't have made that, or times have changed, I don't feel the same way anymore. Do you ever think for 1 second, when your boy was Mr. Coca-Cola, as people would call me, when I posted pictures of me driving the 18-wheeler, it was parked and everything. I wasn't really driving and doing anything crazy or illegal or unsafe or anything like that, but I would post pictures of me in the truck for 4th of July or whatever, profile pictures and stuff. I loved what I did. I honestly did. I loved driving that big red shiny 18-wheeler, sitting at a red light, and some kids in the back seat in the car seat, and they stick their hand out and they wave at you. Or you pass by a group of kids and they're wanting you to honk the air horn. Or the greatest thing I ever did in my entire life, other than the video, was driving the Christmas Coca-Cola truck. And when I used to take that thing to schools and the kids would come outside running up and down and going crazy, and the Christmas music was playing out of it, the teachers were enjoying it. It was a really wonderful, beautiful thing I did with my life. And it was some of the happiest moments I've ever been in my life. I felt rewarded. I felt productive. I felt like I was giving back. I felt like I contributed something meaningful to society. I worked that job during COVID-19. We never missed a day of work. We had to wear masks and we had to adjust to a bunch of things that we didn't want to, and we were no different than a lot of other people that were lucky enough to still have a job during COVID. We were on the front lines as well. And we give so much credit to the medical field, which is completely 100% due. I agree 100%. Our nurses, our doctors, our first responders, everybody that was working during those times still to this day are heroes, are everyday heroes that save lives and deal with so much in their life. we delivered drinks to those people. And I know in saying that, some people might laugh at that and think like, dude, it was a soda drink. Sodas aren't good for you, and blah, 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 all this. Everybody's got an opinion about everything, I know. And people have their opinions about the company, and it's not what it used to be, and all this other stuff. I never have been a person that just dived that deep into anything. I'm sorry, but I wasn't. I saw people with smiles on their face after drinking a product that I was responsible for delivering. I was a part of. I was a part of bringing stuff to the world. I earned my paycheck, and I earned something more than just my paycheck. And I saw those same nurses, those same first responders, all those people. I seen us deliver pallets of water to places that were in need after hurricanes and tropical storms, and we made sure people had. And it was so wonderful. And it was one of the jobs that I cried whenever I left. I really honestly did. But I had to make a change in my life, and it was not an easy change. It was not easy at all. But I did it. Don't ever think for 1 second that every day was simple, every day was easy, every day was a gravy train. It wasn't. Even when I was making the videos, even whenever I was posting as my profile picture driving the truck, even when I was telling everybody how much I loved it, I was still getting pulled in the office. I was still getting on to. I still was having lectures, and I still was preached about doing this right and doing this better. And, you know, I asked my supervisor one day, because he was getting on to me about something, and I had to ask him the question. I'm like, dude, why are you constantly stay on me so much? And I pulled out that little card that most people usually do, you know, talking about what other employees don't do and whatnot, and how come you're always the one that seems like getting in trouble and they don't. And yeah, I had a lot of growing up and maturing to do in my life, that's for sure. But I remember I was pulling that out on him one day, and he looked at me, he said, I don't criticize you. No, I'm sorry. He said, I don't compare you to other people. I compare you to what I know you're capable of. And then that let me know that he had a high standard, a high bar set for me personally. That he saw something in me. That he knew that there was more than just somebody showing up to work. And I miss stuff like that. I'm not going to lie to you. I really do. I loved who I used to be. I love what I used to stand for. And I'm still proud of who I am today. I still am a productive member of society. I still get things done. I still work something that's very important. But I saw that video, and I know some people probably ask the question, does he ever regret saying those words and doing all that? No, I don't. I never took anything lightly. And I never lied about enjoying something. Everything was real. And if you ask me if I could go back, would I do it all again? Absolutely. I'd go through every blood, sweat, tear. I'd go through every lecture. I'd go through every time I got in trouble, everything I did something right, my successes, my triumphs, the times I stumbled and fell back. I'd go through it all again, because it's part of what made me who I am today. And we live in a world today where nobody cares about what they do anymore. Everybody's just showing up just because they need some money in their pocket. And it's sad, because my grandfather told me when I was real little, you're supposed to get more out of your work than just a paycheck. And we could be so much more. We could do so much more. We could be so much better. It's tough. I love you guys very much. Thank you guys for listening to me sit here and ramble this morning. Just something I had on the mind that I wanted to share with y'all. So we're going to go out here. We're going to bust it. We're going to get some stuff done today. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And I hope you guys get a lot accomplished in your time as well. I hope you guys get out there, hustle and bustle. You do what you love. You do what you enjoy. You bring some happiness, bring some peace to the world. We need more of it. Keep going out there. Keep grinding. Keep working hard. It's going to get you somewhere one day. I promise you. But you've got to be the one to push it.